Two cars, one video. That definitely sounds like an adult site video, but that's not what we're doing here. We have two very different vehicles added to the game. We're going to start off with the first one that apparently thinks it's not out. Even though I just, started up the game, it is now working since restarting the game. That's actually an interesting color choice there. Because normally, the normal car, oh, the chrome and the blue stripes reminds me of the Need for Speed movie car, which was absolutely amazing. It's like a new version of that. I take it back, that's horrendous. Anyway, let's give it a go. How is this Mustang to drive? Now, okay, I've got a nice opinion on a Mustang. I think a very different opinion because I've driven Mustang. Not this wide body one. I thought this would be a good time to speak about my opinion on it because, the new wide body Mustang's here. So I love it. I really do enjoy the Mustang. I love the price of it in the US and a bunch of other things. In the UK, we probably pay about £20,000, £10,000 more for the Mustang than America does. Which kind of makes it a little bit silly because you can get what I have, an RCF, used, granted, for cheaper. And I think I would go for that because the engine is similar. It's a meaty American V8, and at the same time, the interior of a Mustang, it's not the focus. It's all very plasticky and clever. It's very Ford, okay? And that's not a bad thing, obviously, because the idea is cheap. In the US, it makes sense because, I don't want to jump into politics, but the idea is it costs them money to send things over, and they have to pay an extra tax because it's not made here, all that kind of thing. Like, there's a lot of rules in place to stop us enjoying American cars. So buying European cars is cheaper for us, which is why I still don't understand why rappers are like, oh, yeah, German whip, German whip. Like, you're from the UK. They're cheaper. They've got amazing finance. What's your deal? I could get finance. But onto the wide body version of this. I'm glad it's a thing. I don't really know why they didn't just make it a body kit or something. I know it's Forza generally doesn't do that, and hey, they could make another car out of it by reusing the model. So, hey, yeah, we can do it. But it definitely feels faster. And like I find all Mustangs in Forza, they handle pretty well. And these roads, I've got to say, I don't think I've driven down them properly and paid attention to them. These roads, actually, these backcountry roads are pretty sweet. And actually, we're gripping, even though I'm being an absolute maniac with the throttle. I'm impressed, Mr. Mustang. I doubt there's going to be many upgrades you can do to this car, but I wanted to see just what you can throw into this bad boy. You can put in a V10 or a V12. I'm kind of tempted to throw in a V12 just to make it that little bit more different because it is a wide body version. It's like a special car they've added. That I never normally would swap an engine on a Mustang, right? That's not what I wouldn't do that. Would I put a Forza wing on it? That's actually, you know what? That is not a bad implementation. Normally, the wing doesn't look great, but I think those little things are the stands. Those actually suit it really well. I'm impressed. All right, and then you can remove the wing completely. I think I prefer this one. Have a combination of the Forza wing and that one. Wheels, I don't want to change. Honestly, I don't want to change much of it. I want to put in a V12. Gotta be crazy every now. Actually, the power went down. I can actually also turbo it. Twin turbo V12 in a rear-wheel drive Mustang. I'm going to die. I'm going to bring this thing to be an absolute monster. It already felt light and nimble with that V8 in there. I've made it lighter, slapped in a twin turbo V12. This is going to be the balls. 1,500 horsepower. We have doubled the horsepower in this car, at least. Let's put it in 93 grand. I crawled over here just so I could experience it with you. I do love the dash on here. It's really nice. Actually, like the heads-up display we've got. But anyway, let's put our foot down with that V12. Let's go. What? This just feels wrong. This feels really wrong. It sounds wrong. I'm sorry, Ford. Was that another Mustang? It felt like a pretty well-balanced car, and then I got my hands on it. I could power through the corners. But now I can't power in a straight line without bloody spinning everywhere. It was nice and balanced for Forza's gameplay. And now I've bloody ruined it. But I wanted to give it a go. I wanted to just, for once in my life, do something a bit crazy. But this isn't the only car that was added to the game. I do want to do another car. Both the DLC cars were added, and I'm actually really impressed with this one so far. But the next one, oh God. I don't think I remember any car that has no roof on it. Maybe an MX-5. I don't remember. Forza doesn't do topless cars. They've done a Spyder Gallardo, or Gallardo, if you want to say. Why is that color so popular? It's not nice. It wasn't nice when I saw it anyway. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, now it's nicer inside the shop. That would... Yeah, okay, well, what color do I want to make the Gallardo? We could go with a nice orange. Let's have a look at that. Wait, gotta represent Jab. Jab. Let's pick your design right here. The orange you've got is much nicer. I'm just kind of really intrigued about seeing what this is like because it has no roof. That's the only thing I care about. Let's get out of this and jump into customize. Let's be honest. Again, this could have been a body mod for the current Gallardo. It's just hanging. You're gonna bring up the menu. There you go. That's not what I wanted anyway. It's a Gallardo. Like, what more could you expect from it? We got some pointy bits we could throw on. We'd probably get rid of the normal wing and put a Forza wing. How about no? You know, this reminds me of back in the day when Paul, Supercars Lunch, you remember when he had his Gallardo? I love that thing. I really enjoyed that. I mean, I get it because I'd want a Mercy instead. But, hey, this is weird. I can see my guy's head. Why is this so weird to me? Because there's a lot of topless cars. There's a lot of, like, small, stupid topless cars. But why aren't topless cars in a lot of games? I mean, let's be real. One of the main reasons as to why is the hardtop versions. They are better. They look better. They drive better. They're the option you go for if you want to drive them properly. You know, if you want to drive them hard. If you're not, I don't know, some guy and his missus and his wife occasionally. A roofless car, especially with like a Lamborghini, I don't know. It's probably slower. I mean, in most cases, let's be real. The real world speed, it's not gonna be fat. It's not gonna be that much of a difference. But I don't know. I think it looks a bit odd, especially how far back the back goes. You lose that kind of parcel shelf, probably, I feel, because the roof obviously comes further back on this, because this is just long. It's like, literally, they've turned the car round. It does sound like a Gallardo. It sounds exactly like you'd expect a Gallardo. The Gallardo doesn't... It's all-wheel drive. But I wanted to make this video a little bit different, having driven both cars, just because they're very different cars, and I wanted to compare and contrast. And I've got to say, I prefer the Mustang. I think, even as standard, that car was cooler than this one. The only interesting element to me is that this doesn't have a roof. Like, I don't care if it's some kind of special edition or whatever. I couldn't care less. What I care about is the fact that this car has no roof. And it's cool. I want more cars with no roofs. I want soft tops. I want can I actually fold the roof up? I doubt it. If you could fold the roof up, even better. More games need to do that. That would be super, super cool. I guess we now change up this car a little bit. We did it for the Mustang. We're going to do it for this. We put in a V12 in the Mustang, and it didn't ruin it, but it wasn't far off. We're going to put a V12 in this. Now, the thing is with the Gallardo to me, and I feel more so with the Huracan, I feel like if I was going to buy a Lamborghini, I would feel like I want to say I'm cheaping out, but I'm not. You're still buying a Lamborghini, but there's just something like... I would feel that I'm buying something lesser. I want a Murcielago. That's my absolute dream Lamborghini, if you didn't know. But I mean, I wouldn't be displeased with a Gallardo. In my head, I would always tell myself that no, this is not the correct. I've bought the wrong vehicle. I did actually forget to do the tires on the Mustang, which probably, I mean, maybe I couldn't do them because it was a wide body kit. But yeah, that probably would have helped. I do wonder how the smaller body. Did he just put a roof bar at the back and not a full roll cage? Yes! Yes, that's awesome. That's attention to detail. Okay, I'm actually pleased with that. That's such a small, subtle thing, but I know a designer was like pushing in the room, like the board of like, no, we will not have a proper roll cage. The other Forza devs were like, nah, mate, please, just put the normal kit. Don't waste that. No! Okay, we're done. 1,100 horsepower, less horsepower, more money. But let's be honest, this is probably going to handle it better. It's all-wheel drive. I just spent a Huracan on that. The turbo noises. Already makes it worth it. All right, let's go, Lamborghini. Oh my God. What V12 is this? Whose V12 is this? This is not an Aventador. This is not a what is this? This is a race car. It did say a racing V12. What car is this from? Can someone please tell me? Because this sounds amazing. And as expected... As expected, for the most part, it does take the power pretty well. I mean, obviously I did the full upgrades. I haven't tuned it or anything, but because it's got that all-wheel drive, it holds the power so much better than the Mustang did. Let's take it through the corner really sharply. See? Little bit of squealy squeal, but I mean, sorry, I've got over 1,000 horsepower absolutely blasting onto these wheels here through country roads. Oh, the turbo's like, stop! Yes! Drift zone. How have I got 18,000 points? The noises!
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay. Now I don't know. Do I prefer this? Or do I prefer the Mustang? This, honestly, the better car is easily this. But I think personally the Mustang has a little bit more character in it. Even though this has this amazing sounding V12. If you put both in front of me, stock Mustang. If you put both in front of me and then turn the engines on and then rev them a little bit, I would probably go for this one. Because I realised the Mustang, some moron put a V12 in a Mustang. But let me know what you would pick. Can I just have both? You can. DLC. It's out now. Be sure to smash like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next video. Until next time, peace.